Hello guys and welcome back to a new video about tier list, and the next one is Kokomi, Sayu, Sethos, and Shenhe. Yes, I don't have Shenhe and I'm not insane enough to pull her. Maybe actually I might just for collecting, but yeah, I don't have. And you know what? She's actually pretty rare. And so I'm going to actually discuss Shenhe in this database. Anyways, and let's start with Kokomi. Okay, I give them scores. This is their score. You can actually check it, and I will explain one by one. And now for Kokomi. Kokomi get an S. And I think for me, Kokomi, she's pretty much like Ayato, but downgrade. Yeah, you can say that. Like, Ayato is the downgrade of New Flat, and Kokomi is the downgrade of Ayato. Yeah, it's like a downstream. Pretty much like that. Because their usage is pretty much similar. Yeah, it's pretty much the same things. But Kokomi is very sucks at AoE. Yeah, her AoE, to be honest, for me, giving her C is actually kind of generous. But the reason why she's still okay, because she's actually can be used in some certain teams that actually using reaction, which I do think Kokomi can be okay. Like example of this is Sukokomon, and usually you use to be honest, just actually search Sukokomon in YouTube. You're probably going to found. Actually, that is very old team. Yeah, you and very weird team too. And it's actually kind of funny. And that is probably a few example. And I don't think I'm going to explain a lot of this because it's already kind of makes sense. She's she's a hydro applier, basically like that. But the main negative part about her is actually she doesn't have like enough damage to say that she's actually helping the damage, but she's actually have a healing, which is kind of good in Nilo teams, and I do think she's pretty shine in there. But other than that, she's pretty for the most part kind of fuck, yeah, because there's literally the big three of Hydro, which is Newfield of course, Shincho and Ayato, which is probably going to suppress Kokomi team. That's why even though her flexibility is insane, for me, limitation, she's kind of fucked. There's so many characters, even getting beaten by a 4-star is actually kinda red flag a little bit for me. And her potential, let me show you, is nothing crazy. It's actually for 5-star is actually okay. It's mainly just only helping her damage. Her damage becomes kinda decent in sort of way. So this is that. And for exploring YB, this is a walking statue of 7. Yeah, basically like that. And I think there's no argument about that. And her final score is S. And her location is what is kinda strange, but it's actually equals with Nilo. Okay, where is Kokomi? Yeah. To be honest, I'm going to put Nilo above. Yeah, just like a usual. I prioritize the DPS usually. And the next one is Sayu. Okay, now Sayu is, I'm not going to say her kind of shit, but she's pretty much, because she is an animal, she is actually have a use of Fifi. That's it. And but I actually ever play her in some weird teams. She's actually okay, but not good, because first, she's actually doesn't have any energy. Like, she doesn't give any energy, and that is probably kinda bad for me. I actually kinda hate characters that doesn't give a lot of energy, because which means I need to build energy recharge, which is kind of bad in one way or another. even though it's a good thing, but it's actually a bad thing. Yeah, I actually going to discuss it someday. Basically, Sayu, you just go this mode, and usually you react with certain element. Usually, I actually see people actually react, play her in like some niche hyper bloom. I actually remember that Sayu actually can be played in some niche hyper bloom. Yeah, I think I forgot. Maybe I'm wrong. So I think that's only the main part, because for me, other than that is okay, just Fifi. That's why I put her flexibility is B. Because I'm going to say she's actually can heal, so there's a plus in there. But she's probably main usage is just Fifi. And there's yes, you can play some weird things, but I actually don't like it. And for exploring, she's I'm going to say this, if that one doesn't exist, she's probably going to be at least A or B. But because there's Kinich, there is Molani, there is Silonen, yeah, pretty much fuck. Yeah, she's probably C. And her final score is this, and she's below the here. And to be a matter of fact, I'm also going to actually put her. Where is it? I think, yeah, it's not equal. If equals, I 100% going to write it like this. Okay, the next one is Sethos. And Sethos is, for me, I actually don't know a lot of Sethos. But after like looking at some videos, probably I win to game. What? I actually forgot the fucking YouTube. Yeah, that guy. I win to game to lose. What? Yeah, I think that's that guy. Yeah, showcasing Sethos. He's pretty much like Chlorine, just downgrade, but actually kinda a little bit bad downgrade for me, because her damage now kinda needs like a red flag a little bit. Yeah. So first, the damage, after I see the gameplay, Sethos actually have the same range as the AoE of Chlorine, which is pretty unique. But the problem with his is he's just only doing normal attacks, what I see. And the problem with Chlorine actually do like do special. I forgot, like if you check my Chlorine, I think I show like Chlorine dash, and that deals damage if I'm not remember, and that's actually help a lot. And I think this is kind of the main point of Sethos. His single target is kind of shit, and you have to play it kind of weirdly. Yeah, that because you have to play it like that. You cannot do spam normal attack, but you have to play normal attack twice and cancel. Yeah, it's kind of strange to play. And flexibility is pretty much like Chlorine. Yeah, it's pretty much like Chlorine. He's actually not different than Chlorine. Just only the damage part, and probably, yeah, to be honest, it's like copy paste of Chlorine, which is kinda strange. And potential, he actually kinda okay, her potential. But I actually doesn't know what some of the potential mean, like this one. But after like, yeah, I actually like searched a little bit. I actually just sum up that this two is actually good. So I just sum up that is probably A. It can be S if I actually know what the hell is this, but I don't know, so probably A for me. I'm just going to play safe, because I do think if I put him as at for potential, I don't think this two is as deserving as other potential. Yeah, just like that. But I don't know what C6 do, so I'm sorry, I actually don't know a lot of Sethos. But I just think it like a fucking Chlorine. For exploring, He's actually just, if I not remember, I put him, yeah, this, and basically like that. Yeah, not that great, but B is a B. To be honest, I think for Sethos, B is actually okay. Yeah. So where is Sethos? And he is below Ito or above Ito? Above Ito. Okay. And now Shenhe. Okay, I'm going to open this. Okay, Shenhe just buff, Cryo buff, and Shred. Yeah, but the problem is Cryo. And I actually dislike Cryo elements because for me, I do think Cryo has the worst characters among elements. I do think. I mean, I'm going after this, like after I end all the tier list, I'm going to average it, and I'm 100% sure that Cryo is actually the worst one, not Geo. Yeah, yeah, probably Geo is actually quite decent though. Yeah, but Cryo is probably very sucks, and that's kinda instantly hit Shenhe first, and second, she's 5-star. Okay, third, all of her buff, all of them doesn't make any sense to other characters except Cryo. She's only for Cryo, and Cryo, and this is already a problem. And for me, an extra problem is for me the best like Cryo DPS is actually like people going to say Ayaka. Absolutely not. Like what the fuck is that? For me, I think Ganyu or possibly Violet is better because actually they barely melt. And the problem with this is you don't need Shenhe. Yeah. And that's why I actually give her score kinda bad, or okay. High kinda bad. Her usage she is a buffer, of course, but just a buffer. She's actually doesn't deal damage, and she's Gaio. This is actually generous. I can put her at D, and it's actually fine, but I'm just going to be generous a little bit. And for AoE and singles, she's actually buffed very goodly. But for me, even her buff actually can be like gained by other characters, like example Florina, example Yelan, and other many characters. And you won't lose any damage a lot. Yeah, I don't know why the fuck that people think Shenhe like extremely good for this Cryo DPS characters, because I do think other characters can actually compete and even help more. Yeah, I don't know. And Dps Aoe same, but actually kind of less because these have like a quota amount, so you cannot do spam and hit everyone. And flexibility is pretty bad. Only Cryo, and many of Cryo DPS is actually doesn't need her, and only Ayaka, and Ayaka is kinda you know. And her potential is kinda sucks. And for me, I giving her D is actually okay in here. This is, yeah, D, because the reason is this is actually okay, and this is okay, and but the problem is 5-star 5-star like this. I actually going to say nah, this is kind of bad, and that's why it sums a final score of 4.25, and since below it is equals to Candice. Where is Candice? Yeah. To be honest, I'm going to actually put her at below Candice because I do think Candice actually much better. And I think this is the tier list, and to be honest, is actually not shocking for absolutely Shenhe, because I do think Shenhe is kinda suck. But for all of this, except Sethos, probably, like, except Sethos, I granted you, I think this is already correct. the problem with Sethos, I actually doesn't know a lot about Sethos, and I think probably that is kind of like a major brick wall in front of me, and I just think him like a chlorine. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe as usual, and see you into the next video. Bye bye. Oh my god, my it's kind of sore. See ya.